sa kanya. Oo, it's back.
Who was the best lover on the show?
This has to happen. But you know who's really, really good?
Flash a goddamn picture of Buddha right now.
Forever submit to you, Miles. I'll forever respect you, Miles. I'll forever honor you, Miles, as the head of our home. In heaven, they hear. On earth, I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto
In
you.
heaven, I say. On earth, I declare and decree. Heaven hears. God spoke things into existence. And God said, let there be light. Let there be light. Spoke it into existence. Made it tangible on earth. Listen, that's a woman of God. That's a woman of God. Our women, and when I say our, I mean our Black American women are so lost. They can't conceive. They can't perceive being the woman who's taking the knee saying, this man I submit to. This man I will love. This man I will make sure to take care of. This man is who I want to be. This man is who I trust my heart with. This man is who I choose to protect and provide for me. And I will do the same for him as best I can. This man. You understand? When a woman says, and I saw in those comments that a woman said, I would rather cook rice one at a time. I guarantee you that woman is lonely. I guarantee you that woman she's undateable. I guarantee you that woman is afraid. That woman is afraid. She's like, no, if I give a man that much power, if I submit to a man, what if he abandons me? What if he leaves me? What if he's not the man I thought he was? Truly, what you are afraid of is not him. You are afraid of your own decisions. You are afraid of your own missed decisions, missed opportunities, ill decisions for yourself, because you don't trust that you can make a good decision. You don't trust in your own history. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something about myself that I've learned. I don't trust my first opinion of seeing a woman. I can see a woman, and if she's an 8 or above, in my mind it says she's a dime. Woo, she bad. She bad. I've learned, nah, bro, you got to see her the second day. That's why a lot of men like myself, we end up going to bed with that chick who we think is bad, wake up in the morning, looking next to her like, what is this 6 next to me? I went to bed with a 10. Oftentimes, let's be honest, fellas, you think, oh, the makeup came off, oh, the clothes came off, oh, the things that was holding together. Yeah, that's part of it. That's 80% of it. But there's 20% of it that's on your ass. There's 20% of it that was on your excitement. You seeing that for the first time. You seeing that new kitty for the first time, and your mind showed you something different than what it actually was. You know that's true. So I've learned to not trust myself in that. I got to see you the second time, sweetie. I need to see you in the second light, a second day. Before I even plan a real date. I see you the first time I met you. I said, oh yeah, you cute. Hey, let's exchange numbers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me meet you up tomorrow someplace where we can get a couple little drinks. We can get some coffee. Because I need to see you a second time. Make sure that day, the second vibe, that the novelty has worn off. My heart palpitations are gone. And I can trust myself. I made a rule. And by making a rule for myself and saying, no, on day 2, that's when I judge whether she's an 8 or a 10. That's when I judge. And now I can say, okay, now I'm looking at the details. The shock factor's not there anymore. You feel me? The same thing happens with women these days. These women who are like, I would rather cook one rice at a time, baby. You don't trust yourself. It has nothing to do with him. You don't trust yourself. You've made poor decisions. You got 2 kids by 2 baby daddies, right? You've trusted men before, and when you were a teenager or when you were in your early 20s, you trusted other teenagers or other early 20-something-year-old dudes. Or you trusted some dude who was older, and you think, well, because he's older, he got it. You made that decision in your teenage mind, in your 20-something-year-old mind. Not realizing if this dude is 50 years old trying to date a 19-year-old, something's wrong with him. At 19, you couldn't see it. At 19, even if you couldn't even hear it from other 50-year-olds and 40-year-olds and mid-40-year-olds around you saying, girl, he's taking advantage of you because you can't see it. No, bitch, no. I'm 19, I know everything. Okay. You don't want to take accountability to say that you were wrong. And so now instead of you owning the fact that you're afraid to make such a vast, a strong, a long-term committed decision to say, I submit to this man the way this man submits to God. Peep game. You know that man is submitting to God. Because that's who you should be falling under. If you don't have the faith in God, you're not going to have the faith in the man. Peep that. Because you've been following your own understanding. As a 19-year-old, you understood differently. As a 24-year-old, you understood differently once you got 29. When 29, you understood differently when you got to 34, right? 40, so on and so forth. Your moms will tell you. Your uncles will tell you. Your grandparents will tell you. You don't lean on your own understanding. Lean on God. And when you start to lean on God, you start to understand, like, I need to lean on a man that leans on the same God I lean on to. Why? Because he has the same, he feels the burden of a consequence. Any which way I move, I see God is looking at me and everything I'm doing. I'm like, nah, man, I can't do that, bro. This nigga's scary. This nigga's scary. They ain't no man. I'm not afraid of any man. I'm afraid of this thing. This thing out here can he can put a fly. He can put a fly in your eye while you riding your bike at the exact time where you squint so to not see that car hit you. Nah, man, I ain't playing with that. I ain't playing with that, homie. You don't think I'm afraid too, baby? I'm afraid too. What you need to deal with is a man who's as afraid of God as you will be as afraid of that man. Because, baby, my man is too powerful. I'm not gonna cross that line. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust your mouth. You don't trust your need to be combative. You don't trust that you've matured to the space where you're willing to hear him out. You're willing to listen. You're willing to compromise. You're willing to be wrong, baby. That fear is on you. That's not on him. That fear is on you. That's not on him. If you're not ready, own the fact that you're not ready. Go ahead and cook your one rest at a time. Have your dog die alone. That's your choice. But damn sure, don't beat other women. Don't play other women against themselves, thinking, given the false perception of strength, when really it's cowardice. You're afraid. You don't trust yourself. Hope it helps.